Good morning, viewers all over the world. Egwu nọ nkịta bụ egwu si na ngalaba n'afọ gbasara mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo n'Ugochi ọdịnala temple. We have all the rights. I wouldn't like ya bụ egwu. Then our social media platforms, the iTunes and rest of them, you download it. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, call me Ogbuefi Eze-Ana, Ugochi ọdịnala. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja n'Ugochi ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa mmiri enyi rụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụ onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist, I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. No watch it and no go case. Today's topic is what you should know about deity in Igbo spirituality. What you should know about deity in Igbo spirituality. If you pay attention today, you will understand every damn thing concerning deities and different types of deity we have. So today's lecture is very unique. It's an eye-opener for those that are really interested in knowing the truth. So before we dive into today's lecture proper, important announcements. Don't forget that we are still in the month of December. Our monthly ritual is still ongoing. It's ritual for upliftment, breakthrough, and liberation. We have lots of testimonies. We started this group rituals almost over 3 years now. Yes, we have lots of testimonies, but as you know, we don't share testimonies on social media or even in Eze-Ana TV. You know why? It's not necessary, you know why we are here, but I can tell you, we care in Eze-Ana too. This morning I have gone to the temple to make declarations and rituals upon the lives of those that join us. Yes, distance is not a barrier. You can join us anywhere you are. Then, once you are interested in all their 3 prayer requests, make token donation to the account number. I will put your prayer request in the altar and I'll go for the open throughout the month. On the last day of the month, we visit the waters with eatable things to offer sacrifices to water elements, and the apocalypse. Then we proceed back to the temple to offer sacrifices to entities of powers. Yes. Then, because we have lots of testimonies. Yes. So let's move into today's lecture proper. If you are interested in joining us as in this group rituals, or you have any question in today's lecture, or network Ibalaga family name, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837 I repeat 0805 7837 or 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 871. Let's proceed. Yes. What I want to tell you today is what you should know about deities in Igbo spirituality. Before we continue, it will interest you to know that deities in Igbo spirituality, we have two types. Let me just divide it into two. Yes. And one of natural deities on their own. Well formulated deities. Yes, by our ancestors. Yes. And one thing you should know is that all these deities are for a purpose, whether natural deities or the one installed by humans for a purpose. And the deities are for good, because deities remains now in Igbo name, call it Alokusi. In our abbreviation, people are call it Alusi. Ihe na-akwụsị alụ anaghị eme alụ. I'm talking about real deities. I'm not talking about ọgwụ mmadụ gwọrọ onwe ya. Because ọgwụ ndị a bụrụ alụsị. But they were natural deities that are there for good, for the benefit of the community and people. So what is important in any action is the intention or intentions of a group of people that install it. Yes. So installation of ROC can be done by one person or group of persons. Yes. Makana installation of ROC simple means equal to more, to dwell in our midst. Let me use what you know as an example. If you see Reverend Fathers, when they are celebrating Mass, they believe by the word of consecration, that nama achicha mabuzi achicha. Yes. They believe by that single act performed by a priest or priest. Yes. It can celebration of Mass, the consecration, which is the center of the aja, can be done by one person or persons. So it can be a reverend father or group of reverend fathers coming together. Are you following? The same thing is alosi. Alosi is just calling upon an entity of power to dwell in our midst for a particular purpose. So before Ndanya, our forefathers has understand this thing very well, and we have been doing it. We are in it before they came. They are not the people that taught us spirituality. Igbo spirituality has been in existence thousands of years before Ndanya. By 15th century, the one they failed by Portuguese before they returned back in the 18th centuries by the British, the UK people, the Irish, led by Eze-Ana from Catholic side, RCM. So what I'm telling you is for you to understand what RC is all about. In spirituality, I told you that spirituality is one. Yes, depending on the angle you are looking at it. Spirituality all over is one, because we are all spirits. And learning the part of the spirit is one. irrespective of the language and the cultural background of each race. I told you about 23 years ago, I was in India, and I was invited by a friend of mine who happened to be an Indian man. He lives in northern India called Kuru Manali. Yes, he invited me. I followed him to so many altars and festivals in India. That was in year 2003. You can see that is a very long time. Yeah, 2 years, 2003. I think April 2003. So what I'm telling you is that when I visited him, I used that opportunity to research more on Hinduism. And I found out that what they are practicing is the same thing with ours here. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. The same thing with Shintoism. Example, let me give you an example. They believe in Chukwu Okike Pụrụ Ime Ihe Niile. They call him Bagwam. Bagwam, the Almighty, the unmovable mover, the supreme head. Now, they believe in the other gods, where we have it in Igbo spirituality. These other gods are entities of powers, that Jelonketu, what I call that Jelonketu. Their work differ from rank to rank. I want to in my previous lecture that we have planes, phase, kingdoms, and the worlds. Let me stop here. Yes. So, like, let me use another thing you know. When we were in Christianity, we were told that there were 9 choirs of angels. Okay, let's assume that 9 choirs of angels are entities of powers and cadres, ranks. What I name were the throne, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archangels, angels, and rest of them. Their work and function differ. So, and their strength differ. Yes. So, the same way, the Christendom believe that by that word of that consecration, that the Reverend Father or Reverend Fathers, as case may be, has the authority by ordination as a priest to call upon their Chukwu, I believe, Chikehabu, Jesus, that they have the authority to call the Chukwu down, and their Chukwu will enter into Achicha, in the system about host. Then because by while performing that act, he will begin to genuflect, showing that their Jesus is there. And the primary purpose of calling their Jesus down is to dwell among them. And after that, he will be taking the host to the tabernacle or to the chapel, put it inside mosques, so that people will be coming there to pray to their chief. Are you following? So, but before they came with this their system, in Igbo spirituality, we have something similar. Like I told you, that the Romans, when they are coming, they came with their own culture, way of worship from Rome. But before they came, we Africans have been practicing this same spirituality, because Chukwu is one. What is different is the method each and every race tries to reach him. Now, I told you that when Chukwu, after creating the world, he allowed the entities of powers and the elemental beings to oversee the entire creation. So those elemental beings and entities of powers are not actually here solely because of us. Their purpose is to be here to help to further creation, to assist to make this world a better place. But their primary purpose of work is to be giving glory to Chukwu Okike. Yes. So their work is to worship Chukwu Okike. However, in their work, they normally come across man. And once they come across a man of humble mind, they bless. Are you following? So that is the work. So when Chukwu created the entire universe, he created the other entities of powers and mystics and elements to be on earth in order to further creation and to help man to perfect. So they are helpers. So we have these natural helpers permitted by Chukwu Okike to dwell among us to ensure that we lack nothing. However, as the human being progress, now human being having given human being authority to continue procreating, yes, so human being now thought it wise to install more deities in their midst because of the need of every particular given time. So the natural deities are those natural okwumuo dị iche iche. Ndị may mention ụfọdụ n'ime ha taa. I will mention some of them because those entities of powers are there. I will mention the fire element, the sun element, the air element, the water element, the land element, and the rest of them. And their names are the serpents, the salamanders, the gnomes, the elves, etc., water sprites, and the mermaids, and the rest of them. They are all elemental beings and entities. Now, these natural entities normally dwell among humans, but they have where they normally dwell in. They dwell in nature. That's why sometimes you feel natural environment, maybe the valley, the hilltop, and natural environment looking greenish and whatever. Yes, they may have made so many places. Some of them live in the rock, and they have the caves and rest of them. They live there. Yes, they are beings. Yes, for a purpose. They are here on earth in order to assist man. So we have some deities. Why are they called deities? They are called deities because these are a dwelling place for Umumu. So anywhere Umumu dwell is called Okumu. They are called Okumu because the entities of powers dwell there. Example, we have some sacred trees where they dwell. They don't just be on any tree, but they dwell in some certain specific trees. Now, example, we have Ukwoji, we have Ugwu, we have Ukwofo. Then we have Apple. We have two types of apple. We have the apple okalete, apple ndimri. Then we have oke apple, apple ndichie. The difference between the two of them, physical difference between the two of them, is that apple is a tree that is so big. I remember one of them that I used to know in my place then. It's so big that one must have lasted donkey years. This one is so big to the extent that no matter how big you are, your hand can never go right round. It's not possible. It's not possible. So this one is Apple Kalete. Not Apple Kalete, there are some towns that don't even have physical waters. And whenever they have issues concerning settling them, they go to Apple Kalete. How to know Apple Kalete is that Apple Kalete normally have, I know most of you know the Oji, so no need of describing Oji for you. Oji is those Iroko tree, one of the tallest trees ever. So that is Oji. Then we have another one, Ungu, get tall too. Then Ungu, he like opaka leaves. But one thing very unique about they resemble. What makes Ungu unique is that once it's dark, once it's getting amunada, akwụkwọ ngwa chetie when ihe pụtakwa then omepe ịghọtara ya. So that's what you should know about it. Then what I want to tell you now is those sacred trees. I don't want to start mentioning all. There's another apple we are talking about, apple lychee. The leaves will look like cassava leaf, but the tree will be tall. Apple calete, the body will be smooth, while apple lychee will have toes, something like toes on the body throughout. Are you following? So, but I hear in our more. The elemental beings called herbs lives there. Yes, there are more herbs. That is the English name. They live there. Ndị ọdịnala Igbo celebrate and venerate them. Rather, we don't worship them. Because it's only Chukwu Okike that we worship. However, we recognize those in Danjelu nke Chukwu. We build personal relation with them. Because building personal relation will attract blessings from them. So those elemental beings called the herbs dwells there. So it's like their domain. So, however, you will always notice some of them that are become sacred in a special way because the elemental beings dwelling there has been activated. How will you know that they are activated? You will start seeing like white clothes tie on them. It's just to show you that this particular tree is no longer just that common. That is now sacred. Yes. So from time to time we bring sacrifice to those elemental beings dwelling there for them to help us to push our prayers to the throne where all our prayers will be answered. So what we are doing with them is all personal relations. PR. Then, however, having said this, you understand the work of these elemental beings in our midst. So once you understand it, those trees are natural arrows given to man by nature. Because Igbo spirituality is all about communicating with nature and nature beings. So having said that, then sometimes when those natural arrows are there, their work is to be in our midst, to be like an anchor where Chukwu ga-agbata okwu were na-agọzi ndị ya. Ha nwere so many work dị iche iche ha na-arụ in our midst. Enwekwuru ọgbụ na-eche ndo. Those trees has their functions. So having said this, however, as case may be, as the world progresses, and what are some needs to build some human installed alloy. Like I told you, this alloy is an entity of powers from various realms. And the here to alloy depends on what the alloy is all about. Like the god of iron, definitely you will see like cutlass, you will see iron, metal, and whatever. Those stuff, what will be seen around god of iron. So the same way, if you want to call down alụsị na-atụ ndị amoosu, ihe dịka inyi, osisi inyi, and rest of them stuff na-atụ amoosu yeah. So the component of human installed alụsị depends on what the alụsị is to be doing. You know ya? So alụsị ọbụla nwere specifically ihe ọ na-alụ ndị nna ji wekpọta ya. Let me use our side where ma nwere alụsị nna anyị ha hibere na be nna. Ọ bụrụ na m bụ the oldest man on my clan, I will be the chief priest there. That alụsị is called Olash. Alụsị nwere mmiri ka ọ bụ, o nwere akwa ọkalete. Nyaba Olash ya nwa nwere agụ maka na agụ ka o ji apụ because that alụsị was installed to form as a protection to the community from invaders. Yes, during the time of Ndagaba. So some enemies of the community normally brought them over to come and fight us so that we can flee, so that they will occupy our place. So our forefathers said we are not going anywhere. Instead, we install that arụsị. Ịghọtara ya? Arụsị ejiwe eji ọgụ. That's why if ị gakwuo n'opi ya bụ arụsị, ị ga-afụ ihe dịka egbe, ị ga-afụkwa egbe dị ya and agụ. Ịghọtara ya? So arụsị ọbụla a na-eme ya install based on ihe a chọrọ ka ọ na-arụ ga-determine the items needs to install it. So ebe ọbụla anyị stọrọ arụsị na mgbe gboo with good intention, once the elders that install the arụsị install it in good intention, their noble longing will attract entities of powers from the light region that share the same noble vibration with the intentions of the elders that wish to install that arụsị for their own benefit. That's why whenever there is see the arụsị installed by humans, once sacrifices keep going on there, it will not be long. Other natural arụsị will begin to come to join the formulated one, the installed one, because all of them are now local on as a unit. Let me give you an example. In my own village, we have arụsị. That is my personal arụsị in my own clan, and it's only elders, the oldest person in my clan, Gabu the chief priest there. Are you following? Gabu the Akajo for there. Then, upon that arụsị anwa is your last. However, ka the arụsị na alụsị ọlụ, enwere ọda ụmụ mmụọ bịakwara bịa nọnyere ya. Ndị ya na ya na-alụkọ na-erikọ na mmụọ. Ije na ya bụ okwu arụsị na ihe afụzi ma ugwu ha, ihe afụzi ma akpụ ọkalete and rest of them, because they share the same vibration. Despite that arụsị is installed by human, once the tension is noble, it's just a matter of time. Other natural arụsị that share the same vibration will come and join. Are you following? Okay, let me not go far. Let me use the temple, Gochitubona temple, for example. When I answered my call, I came down from Abuja. I told my Ismails and my ancestors that finally that I have made up my mind, no going back. I have answered my call with full chest. And I told them what I want, and they granted it. So immediately I began work. Everywhere was like dry. So not even one sacred tree is there, because the previous Ungu that surrendered the compound, both front and back, has been dealt with by my own father, because my grandfather was a native man, but my own father was a Christian. So those Ungu has been dismantled, born to ashes. That made it, there is no trace again left. So after many years, they stopped growing, because my father died over 10 years ago. So they stopped growing. When they stopped growing, some of those locations I don't even know. Yes, but my people, my mother knows those locations where those who was found before. So my own is, when I accepted my call, I established Ugochitubona temple. I call upon my ancestors, my forefathers, and entities of powers that once walked with my grandfather, that I have come to accept that call with full chest. I pleaded with them to come back, to come and join forces with me, to help me as a child, to become great in life, so that those temples after consecration will be a helping ground for me. After my prayers, I began my work. Few years down the line, some of these natural forces that once worked with my family, they began to return. To the extent that if you know my house now, in front of my house you will see you, back of my house you will see you. Are you following? They began to spring up back. This is those Ugu that was cut off many years ago and even set ablaze. But now, for the fact that I've seen my activities as noble one, all of them are coming back to join forces with me. Yes, because Before when I started my work, if you go to Arusi Kunlegi, they might ask you to bring like something like or something like what. They will take like even if it's Sunday or Onusu or whatever the as case may be based on lead by the spirit, by the Akajiofo. Whatever he took from that Okumo Tienite now ask you to go home. He will now tell the Alusi to follow you home. Once you reach home in Mabayakwa, now tell them welcome and offer sacrifices for you. Once your hands are clean, that Alusi that follows you home will begin to work for you. Go to me anywhere. So that is exactly what I did by installing all my ancestral Alusi and those Alusi that call me for work, that we work together. Once we start working in the temple with noble intention, it didn't take much time because our intentions are noble. It didn't take a long time. All these entities begin to come back to join forces with those women installed ROC in the temple. You see how they work because they work based on vibrations. Once ROC is installed and that ROC will maintain the noble vibrations, noble longing, it will not be long. Natural forces will join. I remember when I answered my call, I told my Indian lady that I have accepted the call with full chest, that I will do everything humanly possible. Yes, to make sure that everybody that will come across me receive and benefited from the grace of living. So what I did is that in our stream, my forefathers stream, that's very close to my house. So I went there to establish my own waterfront. When I went there to establish my own waterfront, I had the voice very clearly that a time will come when we will build um, a place where we have a significant presence in this waterfront. At that point in time, what I was even looking at is just to create a waterfront where I will always come to perform my water rituals. So we cleared some portion, clear all the bamboo there and build the steps and whatever, everything become nice. So when I was building that one, I had the voice very clearly that time will come when you will build a stand and a significant presence in this water. That this waterfront will be a healing place for many people to come. So when I had that position, that voice, I was like, really? I accepted that whenever time comes that I'm willing to go to that length. Believe in me, few years down the line, then the message came again and everything becomes too clearer to me that the time has come. Now as we speak, that particular land, like I told you that particular stream belongs to my forefathers. So that particular land, waterfront, belongs to my own family. Yes, my larger family. And that my larger family, I happens to be the only one that is doing Dibia in my life, in my larger family. So I'm the only person that paid attention to make that waterfront um, life again. Because even yesterday I went there. Some people from far and near normally come there because I have built that place, it become nice. So as we speak now, there is this particular apple or calete, three of them, like the mother and the twins. For nowhere it began to germinated there. So initially I didn't pay attention, I didn't notice them. But that was because there is no that time is not the right time for me to recognize it. But as we speak now, that Abu Okalete has now calling us to come and recognize them, Mawahapa, so that they will be part of the temple. Are you following? So the Abu Okalete has been there or is them accept program the beginning. I don't know what happened. So that's because that apple or calculated there is part of the water. Are you following? So everything has time. Once they want you to begin to make use of them so that they will join your forces in doing your work. How they will do it, you will not even know. Like my own, I didn't see it coming that there will be a time that I will build a place of rest beside that water, kind of small house. And that a time will come when I will be in charge of the apple collector beside the water. But time has come and they finally approve it. So what I can tell you that more those sacred trees, namely the apple collector and rest of them, are there as well as done. All more nebutia. Like orgy. Nobody will tell you that it's the one that planted them. Whenever it pleases them, more will come and drop them and they will germinate there. And if they germinate in a community, it's to a purpose. So those are sacred deities. I have mentioned them. Those sacred trees are sacred and natural deities. Then I have told you that there's other deities formulated by man. However, even if human formulated deities is there, installed deities is there, once the intention is noble, it's just a matter of time. Natural deities will come and join forces with that installed one for the purpose of uplifting people in that particular area or community. That is how it works. So that is how it works. So like I said before, we have natural deities and we have installed deities. But once two of them works in harmony, as long as the intention of the installed deity is noble, it will attract other natural forces, deities that are noble too. So anytime you see any sacred tree that the white cloth is placed on it, what it simply means or telling you that this particular deity's Okummo has been activated. Once you see cloth here, white cloth here, it means that is an altar on his own and you cannot behave anyhow there. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture or you want us to do the consultation for you, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837 I repeat 0805 7837 or 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 0813 8243 871. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture or you want us to do the consultation for you, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837 See you tomorrow. No gawan keziokwu. Abo na onwe broje ji wetu aja. Because I know you poor. May the blessing of the Most High be with you and abide with you now and forevermore. May the work of your hands begin to yield fruit. May you be protected. Now, I have to go to the